In this world these days, ever since probably just after the 90s, early 2000s, probably 2010 was probably the end of the good era. We're told now that you need to conform to all the things the companies want you to do. Social media runs the world these days. Gone are the times when you'd simply spend your free time outside in nature. Some of that is because nature's been taken over by these companies and by the government. The government themselves have been taken by these social media companies that run the world. Everybody does what they say they should do, and everybody buys what they say they should buy. What they do is they get a hold of vulnerable people. You might think that these people, these influencers in TikTok and all the other places, are confident, know what they want, and doing what they're doing. That's untrue in a lot of cases. They're vulnerable people, and they're being taken advantage of by these big companies, and they say, we're going to pay you a lot of money, and all you've got to do is convince all of your followers, all of your subscribers, etc., to buy our product, to do things our way. The trouble is, a lot of the time, those products and services aren't really real. They're not a thing. And anybody, it's an old thing, you know. Even in television, things are made to look a certain way. That's television. TikTok videos and all the other methods of putting short form there kind of thing, videos, are all the same as TV. They're made to look as if they're supposed to, they're made to look as if that's normal, that's everyday life, but it's not. It's an act. Things are placed that way on purpose. Things look like they're just there by accident in the background, but they're there meticulously placed to make you buy things and services from these companies. And the people that they get, the influencers as they're now called, are just as vulnerable as the rest of you. Crazy world at the moment. People say that food and things that you did or you ate 20, 30 years ago are boring now, tasteless. If you make a homemade recipe, try to feed it to your kids or whoever it may be, hasn't really got any added sugar, anything like that, they say it's no taste. Everybody's addicted to sugar these days and other things like technology, phones, Instagram, TikTok, all that kind of stuff. It's entertainment at your fingertips. You used to, if you wanted entertainment, you'd play a board game or go out, have a simple walk, which is good for you as well, clears the mind. You'd talk to some friends or family, enjoy each other. Or you'd go down the cinema, pictures, or play around outside, do whatever. Mend your car, mend your bike, just do whatever, draw a picture. A lot of the entertainment things that you've done to entertain yourself, watch a bit of old school TV, it was good for you in a way. Maybe not so much sitting down watching TV, but going out, going for a walk, playing on your bike, playing with friends, it was all good for you. And the trouble is, these days, most entertainment's not good for you at all, because it involves sitting down, staring at a screen. Bad for your eyeballs, bad for your health, bad for your body, bad for your mind. Now, it's not that old things were boring. Things from 30, 40 years ago, they weren't boring. It's everyone is now used to just being able to get what they want straight away. Nobody has any patience anymore. And food, which is normal, ordinary food, appears bland because we're all used to copious amounts of sugar, which is bad for you. Yeah, we need a certain amount of sugar in order to be healthy, but too much of it is extremely bad for you. Particularly children growing up these days in schools and everything like that. I've got children in school and they're all completely addicted to mobile phones. My children aren't, luckily. And they all eat sugar all the time. It seems like we're going on a very fast downward spiral as a country. And I don't think anyone with any kind of authority has any interest in trying to re-instill proper morals and proper ways of living. It's all pretend and synthetic. Everything is synthetic these days, including the food, the entertainment, everything. Nothing is real anymore. Obviously, television has always been not real, mostly. I know there's reality shows these days, but there was reality shows 30 years ago to some extent. And obviously, a television show or a film is, of course it's not real, because that's the point of it. But there was real actors then. They actually done stunts. There was stuntmen. There was, some actors done their own stunts, but there was stuntmen. Everything was real. Now, actors just go to a studio and a computer makes them jump off a cliff or do whatever it is they do. Nothing is real. And nothing has the same effect. So, TV isn't as good as it was. Nothing is as good as it was. Entertainment isn't as good as it was. You want to be entertained, you watch something what isn't real. You want to eat something, you eat something which isn't real. It's a crazy world at the moment. I want your opinions. Comment. What do you think about how things are at the moment? And do you agree with what I've said? I'll catch you lot on the next one, when I'm probably going to be walking down a different path, thinking about the world. Cheerio.